tuning in.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome to Meemz N Tingz. I'm Meemz, aka Meemz, and thank you guys for tuning in. So for today's show, I'm going to talk about what I did during my gap year. So for those of you guys who don't know what a gap year is, let me define it for you. Dictionary.com defines it as a period of time, usually an academic or calendar year, in which a student takes a break from school to travel, work, volunteer, and it's typically after ending high school and before starting college. But in my case, my gap year took place after ending college and before starting medical school. People take gap years for so many different reasons, but for me, my reason was based more in how stressed I was and the pressure I felt during my undergrad. So I remember in one instance, I actually went to my department head for my major, and I was talking to her about like a group project, and in passing, I mentioned that my end goal was to go to medical school and become a doctor. And straight up, in that moment, she looked at me and she asked, "What is your overall and your science GPA?" So whenever I told her, and she looked at me straight in the face and said, "Well, you know, that's about as low as you can go before you can actually be considered for med schools." I was literally like, all right, well, thank you for that information. I wasn't stressed already enough, but thank you for that. So with that instance and so many other instances, I realized that, I don't think I don't have the confidence enough to apply straight to med school, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take a gap year. And not only that, but also I feel like throughout those 4 years, I felt like a lot of stress just accumulate, and I knew that if I were to go straight into medical school right after undergrad, that I would probably burn out pretty early on, and so I figured I needed that year just to take a break and to grow and to just become a better applicant, a better person overall. So, okay, with the idea of a gap year came all of these options, which is kind of overwhelming. So I had options. I could have worked as a scribe, which I had a lot of friends who did work as scribes and I heard good things. So I was like, that could be an option for me. I could have also done medical mission trips. I did a medical mission trip actually to the Dominican Republic and I really enjoyed it. So I was like, you know what, maybe I could find a way to do that long term. And then also I was looking into post-bac programs. I didn't really know much about them, but I knew that was an option for me. But with all this information and with all of these options, I was so I had to take a step back and be like, all right, God, what's good? You gotta help me out because I do not do well with choices. I don't want to make the wrong choice and end up hating my whole year. What do I do? What do I do? So I really resorted to prayer. Lo and behold, an opportunity just fell in my lap that was perfect for me. Basically, I knew this girl. Her name is Crystal. She was my friend. I knew that she was kind of going through the same process as me. So she wanted to become a medical doctor, and she was during her gap year, and I would see her on social media, and I just saw, honey, that she was living. I saw that she was abroad, traveling the world, and she was getting her master's. I was like, bro, Crystal, what's good, girl? Because I need the tea because I'm confused. She told me about the Rotary Foundation and the Global Grant Scholarship. For those of you who haven't heard of the Rotary Foundation, they're basically a nonprofit organization that kind of aim to achieve overall world peace and world understanding through different projects and events like humanitarian projects, educational programs, and cultural exchange programs. They have an extremely large network of different clubs all around the world with so many different members, and so they're really tightly networked. So the Global Grant Scholarship is one of the funds that they offer within the Rotary Foundation, and its goal is to fund a graduate level coursework or research for 1 to 4 years. For this particular grant, it gives you a minimum of $30,000 to literally go anywhere in the world, anywhere of choosing any school, as long as it falls under their 6 core values, or their 6 areas of focus, as they would like to say. So I'm going to read that off to you guys. The first one is peace and conflict. The second one is disease prevention and treatment. The third one is water and sanitation. The fourth one is maternal and child health. The fifth one is basic education education and literacy, and the 6th one is community development and economics. And so I researched this and I was like, you know what, this is perfect, duh, like I'm gonna be a doctor, so I can just fall under disease prevention and treatment. Boom. So I started doing research on like different graduate level programs abroad, and I think whenever I was searching, the main priority for me was that I didn't want to have to struggle or feel isolated linguistically, so I knew for me I had to study in an English-speaking country, so I chose the UK. And whenever I started looking for which course that I would study, I used the resource mastersportal.com. Mastersportal.com, yes. And basically it's a really awesome website that kind of just takes all of your preferences and characteristics. So you tell them what city or what country you want to study in, you tell them your area of focus or your field of study, you tell them, and you tell them your budget for your tuition, and they kind of just filter out all of these different programs all around the world, and then they present to you a list that is perfectly tailored for you. And so whenever I did that, I had a few choices, and I just went ahead and chose what I thought was best for me, and that was to study global public health and nutrition at the University of Westminster in London, England. And so, yeah, so that's what I did for my gap year. The Rotary Club from my hometown connected me to a Rotary Club in London, England, and they kind of helped me to transition from America to London, and they were super helpful. They, the grant actually ended up covering my tuition along with my accommodation, my travel to London, my books, laptops. It really just, they really took care of me. And on top of their financial generosity, they were really supportive. Like, there was a lot of stress that I was going through whenever I was moving. I was like, bro, like, I'm doing the most right now in this new country. Like, I don't know what's going on. So they really helped me, like, to make sure, hey, Meemz, like, this is, you know, this is how to transfer your money. Like, this is how to work the transportation system. And so they were so supportive. And honestly, Rotarians are probably the nicest group of people I've ever met in my life. Like, I am so grateful for each and every one that I met. And I'm grateful for the opportunity. Like, they're amazing. So my global public health and nutrition program was great. Like, it was amazing. It wasn't as stressful. Like, I didn't have a lot of the stress and anxiety that I had whenever I was an undergrad. But it was a different type of challenging. Whenever I was an undergrad, I was used to just cramming these unreasonable amounts of like information into my brain and then just vomiting them on like an exam the next week. But with this, it was different. Like, there was a lot of research, there was a lot of writing, which I was not used to. But it helped me to kind of just get like a comprehensive educational background. So I was used to memorization, and now I had all these research and critical thinking. And so it just kind of, it made me well-rounded as a whole as a student. With that, I was really appreciative of my program because I realized there are so many factors that go into health. I realized that there are nutritional factors that you have to think about your environment, you have to think about your socioeconomic status, your race, your religion, like what country you're in, and the politics within this health system. It's just, it was a lot. And so I was really grateful to have like taken that information and kind of supplement it to what I already knew pre-medically. So that was amazing. And honestly, hello, I was in London, which is basically the America of Europe, in the way that it is so culturally diverse. I met so many different people. Like, I want to say in my program we had about 30 people, and over half of them were from all over the world. We had people from Uganda, we had Somalia, we had South Africa, we had Australia, Kuwait, Canada, America. Like, it was literally a melting pot, guys. I was so, like, I was so fulfilled with the amount of people that I met and the different conversations I had, and I knew with every conversation I was able to broaden my perspective of not only just health but the world. And honestly, overall, I am 100% happy with the choice that I made to take a gap year. Like, I honestly couldn't see myself doing anything else in any other country with any other people. Like, it was something that I really, really needed to grow and become the person that I am today. I just want to say, for those of you guys who are going back and forth between the decision of whether or not you're going to take a gap year, if you want to go straight into med school, like, I can speak from my experience, but I 100% recommend taking a gap year. And then also for those of you guys who are kind of feeling a little down about your process or feeling a little incompetent about you as an applicant to proceed through the medical process, I just want to say, breathe in, breathe out, and chin up, because when I tell you, everybody's path is different, and I do not want you to be discouraged. Like, look at me. I felt so down on myself going in, and then I look at myself now, and I got a free master's degree. I have traveled the world, and on top of that, I'm way more prepared now than I would have ever been to go straight into medical school. And so now I'm applying to medical schools, and I feel a lot more confident in my accomplishments and my experiences, and I feel that I can really thrive once I enter medical school. And so yeah, so just honestly, don't be discouraged. It's really about finding your own pathway, and once you find your own pathway, you take it and you hold it with pride, and then you strut down your path to success. That was super corny and motivational, but it's true. It's true. So yeah, and also you guys, like with the stuff that I talked in this video, that didn't make sense.
You forgot a word.
That didn't make sense. I'm just gonna go ahead and just plug you guys up to all the information that I talked about in this video. So I'm gonna give you guys a link to the Rotary Foundation and the link to the scholarship which I applied to. I'm gonna give you a link to Master's Portal, which is where I found my master's degree, and I will give you a link to the university that I chose to attend. I'm just gonna wrap up my video on that note. If you guys have any questions about my journey, or if you need any kind of like feedback on what you think you should do, just go ahead and hit me up in the comments. And just let me know what you guys want to hear and what you want to see, because I really want to interact with you guys. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram name is Meemz N Tingz. Also, makeup is done by my beautiful sister, Be the Queen. She actually has her own YouTube channel, so I'm going to put her information in the box below, and you guys go and check her out, because she really has me snatched.
She wanna take me away, I said she wanna take me away, I said she wanna show me the way, I baby don't play no game, to please me. Take time, slow wine, take time.
Honestly, you guys know you want to subscribe and like and comment. Like, what is holding you back? I'm not holding you back. What's